What's up YouTube, it's Razer. So I got the deck profile for the UA deck that I used the other day. If you want to check out 5 duels using this deck, be sure to check the annotation on the screen. So let's go ahead and jump into the deck here. So I run one Playmaker. Essentially what this card does is when another UA attacks, you can boost its attack by 800 and decrease this monster's attack by 800. So that's a pretty good effect. More of an offensive UA. I'll be saying that a lot. Offensive and defensive UAs. This one's more of an offensive one. One block backer. This is an offensive UA. And when you're once per turn, when your opponent special summons a monster, you change their battle position. If you do, negate their effects. That's a really good effect. You could opt to run more of these if you want. You want to run like maybe 2 or 3 of these, you could put 2 or 3 of them in here. But I think I'll keep it at 1. 3 goalkeepers. Once per turn in your opponent's turn, you can target one UA monster you control. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. So, it's a really good effect. If you want to take out maybe one of these and add one of the block backers, you can do that too. And he's got 2800 defense, so he's again another defensive UA. Now another offensive UA. This is the Slugger. If he attacks, your opponent cannot activate any cards. So that means no spells or traps, no battle faders, no swift scarecrows. They can't activate any of that stuff. So he's going to be your primary offensive attacker. Another defensive UA here. UA Perfect Ace. And this guy's effect is really good. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, when they activate a card or when they activate an effect, you can discard one card and negate the effect. So that is an insanely good effect. It's like a Quasar, essentially. But obviously less defense. Or, yeah, less defense. Alright, now this is the main level 4 of the deck. As you can tell so far, all these are level 5 or higher. This is a level 4 UA, the only one that they have. So you can normal summon this guy. And then all the other ones can be special summoned by sending him back to your hand. And obviously I got Monarch Stormforth in here, so if I don't draw him, then I can tribute one of my opponent's cards and able to summon one of these. But yeah, essentially what you want to do is normal summon this guy though, and if you have this guy in your hand, you want to special summon him and attack and all that with this guy, because he's going to be your main attacker. And then before you end your turn, you want to swap him out for one of the defensive ones. So you can switch him out for blockbacker, goalkeeper, or perfect ace. So that's how I like to do things with the deck. I got Warrior Weighty of the Laceland in here. You can also run Giant Rat in here if you want to as well. Giant Rat works exactly the same pretty much. It'll allow you to she'll allow you to special summon this guy. Allow you to special summon the midfielder. So that's why I have 3 of her in here. Now this is a card I don't really recommend, but I have it in here because I like to get to the jersey as quickly as I can. And I'll go over the jersey's effect later. but essentially Iron Blacksmith will allow you to add the jersey to your hand. Through reinforcements of the army, you can either add Warrior Lady or you can add Midfielder to your hand. I recommend adding the Midfielder though. 3 terraformings. Now you can opt to take out a few of these if you want to. Maybe run it at 1 or 2. But I'm going to run it at 3 because the field spell is very important. When you normal summon a UA with this field spell, you can add another one from your deck to your hand. And then when you special summon a UA, all UAs get a 500 point attack boost. And it's permanent as long as you don't switch them out. So as long as you don't switch out a particular UA, they'll keep the 500 attack point boost. But once you switch out the monster, they lose the attack. Mystical Space Typhoon, 3 of that. 3 Monarch Storm 4 to tribute your opponent's monsters. And then summon one of yours. 3 Power Jerseys. This card is insane when equipped on this guy right here. So essentially what happens is, when this guy attacks, your opponent can activate cards. This thing's effect boosts his attack by 1,000. And if he destroys a monster, it's double the battle damage. If you destroy a monster and it inflicts damage, the damage is doubled. And he can attack again. So yeah, that's an insane effect. You can easily OTK with this deck. Especially if you have double of these cards equipped on one of him. So that's why I have Iron Blacksmith to add this to my hand. Now you could have add Big Bang Shot in here. And that'll be pretty good for this deck as well. Equipping it on this guy. That way if their monsters are in defense mode, you'll be able to inflict piercing damage. So yeah, you can put Big Bang Shot in here if you want to. And I recommend that you do. Maybe take out the blacksmiths and add the Big Bang Shots if you want to. The UA Stadium, which I already went over what it does. But if you want to read its effect, you can. And through Royal Decrees. Since this is an OTK oriented deck, Royal Decree is very helpful in this deck. I don't have an extra deck here. You can put in rank 4s, rank 5s, and rank 6s if you want to, but I'm not really worried about all that. I like to keep this deck strictly UAs and other support cards. So, this is my UA deck profile. If you want to check out 5 duels, like I said earlier, be sure to click the annotation on the screen. Thank you for watching. Later.